Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, she, her, they, them, whatever you want. I don't care. But I will be playing Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard in our one-off campaign, The Ghosts of Grayhill. And to play along with me, please welcome Alex Herrera.
Hello, I am Alex Herrera, he, him. I am playing Incognito, Wood Elf Paladin, slash Mask Vigilante, slash currently, I believe, still 12-year-old transformed from an adult.
That's right. You're one of the coveted target demographics
Yes.
of most marketing.
Yes. What am I, Gen Z again? No, what would I be considered? Gen Y?
Oh yeah, is 12 years old Gen Z? I don't even know.
I don't know
That's
anymore.
how out of
I
touch
don't
I am.
either.
Or are they Gen Alpha?
Are we just gonna start? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just making a stupid joke.
Well, how else do you think we get down these dumb tangents, Jamie?
I was gonna say we start with alpha. We're just gonna move down the alphabet now. Beta, alpha, beta, lambda. Yeah.
Lambda,
imagine being generation
Delta, Epsilon.
Gen Beta. Oh, you
Gen Beta.
bro. Yo, such a beta.
Gen Beta cuck, y'all.
Yeah.
Gen Sigmas. Well, a true Sigma playing along with us. Please welcome Susan Spenader.
Hi, I'm Susan Spenader. I go by she, her, but Ian, whatever. You can call me whatever. I won't be offended. It's fine. True millennial here, not Sigma. I've had the life beaten out of me. I have no care at all.
That is the true millennial ascendance. The life beaten out of us.
No shits given. Oh, but I would play Pterodactyl, the Dragonborn Bard. Now, Mama. Or Mom.
Mom, yeah. Mom, sorry, mommy,
Just mom,
sorry.
Just mom, yeah. Mommy is he's not 8, okay? He's 12.
Yeah,
so he's not gonna say mommy.
yeah.
And he's cool, so it's gonna be mom, you know? He's
Mom, God, you're embarrassing me, Mom.
Mom, come on, mom. What? I mean, Tara.
Not in front of my friends.
I didn't give you permission. Call me by my name. Call me Mom.
I'm trying to disperse justice.
And our dungeon master and also our mommy master, please welcome Jamie Lee-Bonés.
Hello, I am Jamie Bonez, she, her, and I will be the dungeon master for today, mastering of all things in and out of dungeons, households, nap schedules, playtime, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Master of the Fate with your tarot deck.
That is true. Yeah, master of fate.
That's right. And man, I hope we do pull another one, because I would love to see someone age in the opposite direction just so we can cover all of our bases.
Yeah, me. Let me go back to being an adult. Send me back.
Yeah, let's hope it's Alex.
We'll just double down when we put you back, Alex, so you'll be double the age that you were.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
it'll be
exactly.
Like 40, it'll be like 44, 45.
You went too far. You went too far. You went too far.
My knees.
Speaking of going too far, I cannot wait to see where you will take us, Jamie, in the continuation of this one-off, which I am just absolutely loving. Without any further ado, please take us away.
After receiving a mysterious note beckoning each party member to the settlement of Grayhill, a fellowship of sorts was formed. Taking upon the quest from the family Grey, the party, or fellowship, aims to rid the town and settlement of its blight of ghosts, apparitions, and ailments. With not much information, they hope to garner some at the city's temple, and that is where we rejoin our story and our heroes.
All All right, I guess we go to the temple. Enkäg's probably feeling pretty at home there.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to ask James. So, if I was a paladin, did I get trained there? What can we do with that?
You know, I probably should have done this at the beginning, but let me give you guys a little context of the world that you are in. Grayhill itself is actually a settlement of the mainland. So everything here that wasn't here before, those stony, almost ancient things you saw going into the mountain, that was not built by this settlement. This settlement is relatively new. They've only been here for about a season. So the temple itself, itself is pretty rustic,
Gotcha.
and the town itself is pretty rustic.
Okay, so I got trained somewhere else probably, but
Right. But you being a masked vigilante from here, I could see maybe you having some training at this specific temple before, because you have done this quest before. Maybe you've been at this temple already. Is that something you think Enkäg would have done his first go round? Go to the temple for help?
yeah, I mean, I obviously I'm not born here, come from somewhere else, but however long this church has been here, maybe I've been here the same time, and maybe I've
so like
done
you came
different-
over with the first settlers.
Yeah,
Maybe you
and then-
even
Maybe.
helped build it. Like maybe you even
Oh.
helped
Yeah,
put
I
it
can
up.
say that.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay, that sounds
that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, and you didn't want to see any corruption in this place you helped build, which is
Oh, I
why
like
you
that.
became a massive
Aw.
vigilante.
That
That's
sounds
good. That's good.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yes.
All right,
Look at us
cool.
building all together.
This collaboration.
Yeah, whoever suggested the church, I think Incognito would be. Yeah, they'll help us. They're very friendly with me, at least.
Well, before we go into the temple, can I get you all to either roll a perception or a religion check? It will be your choice.
Perception
Oh,
or religion? Oh, it's really all the same.
I picked
but
religion. I got a 12.
I feel like temple calls for religion.
I picked perception because I suck at the other one and got 16.
7.
Okay, so the temple. Walking up to it, you're going to notice that out of all of the, like I had said, very rustic structures in the town, this one probably has the most put into it. It is multi-leveled, so there are at least 2 to 3 stories. It's built upon the foundation of something that is older, that is a bit more ancient. So it's almost as if half of the building, the bottom floor, is made of stone. Walking through the double doors, you're going to feel the busyness in the air. There is a lot going on in this temple. I mean, it is a time of crisis for the town, the settlement.
Oh, right. And we have like 3 hours, right?
You do, yes.
Okay,
You have
so we're
3
kinda-
hours until sunset, which is when they lock down the town.
Gotcha. Okay.
But walking through the double doors, you will see in the middle of the aisle a long, large fire pit with a window overhanging above. And the room is filled with pillars around the room of all of these different deities. This isn't just a singular deity's worship space. This is a temple of unity for all.
Love it. Love that.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people in here, some of which are seeking shelter. Some have come to grab extra rations that the temple is offering to its citizens. But you will notice specifically, if I go back over here, Tahra, you will notice a tall, slender, elven woman who is bearing some sort of religious marking. You can't quite place it. Who is attending the clerics and attending the townsfolk. She seems to be in charge amidst all of the chaos.
She'll direct her fellowship's view that way. That seems to be the person in charge. Perhaps we should ask them for assistance. I think we should ask for some sort of holy relic or at the very least, some holy water if we're dealing with the spectral sort.
Yeah, I agree. She'll help us out. 100%.
And like, I think Incognito looks at all the different people that are in here, and he's realizing like, oh, there's a lot more than last time. Like, the number keeps increasing. I would assume that more and more people come every other, like, however many times the intensity's ghost increase, more and more people are starting to show up in here, like, getting to the point of almost uncontrolled chaos. But it's for now, it seems like it's pretty much being controlled.
Yeah, they're verging capacity for sure.
So we approach this woman that Tahra spotted.
And she, seeing new faces, is going to look towards you directly. Are you here to volunteer?
Yes.
Or are you here for rations?
No.
Also, yes.
Oh yeah, I am a little hungry.
Perhaps for these two, but we have been called upon by Lady Grey to help as heroes with the problem in this town.
And that means we'll do anything that you need help with. Because that's what heroes do.
Within the time limit of 3 hours.
Oh, yes, I guess that's right. As long as it takes 3 hours. How can Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard, the greatest wizard across the land, help?
You didn't mention that title last time.
Oh, did I not?
No.
Well, let me mention it again. Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard, the greatest wizard, is here to help in whatever way I can. We can.
Can you roll me a charm?
Oh, God,
Shiny.
no. I knew this was going to come up.
Charm.
Do you want persuasion or do you want...
Performance.
I think
Performance.
performance.
Because they're both
Performance?
-1.
Well, and whatever you think, what is he trying to... Is he trying to sort of bolster himself up?
I guess this would be a performance check. I would say,
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
that's what I would
Because-
say.
It hasn't been proven yet that you are the greatest wizard.
11?
Slightly above
average?
Not
average.
bad.
That's above average, yeah. She's going to give you a little lighthearted chuckle. 3 hours. You think I could use 3 hours? Yes. Well, volunteers are to the right, rations to the left. Grab some blankets, and you can attend to the wounded.
Got it. I've just the spell.
It's the lights. Are you gonna do the lights again?
Probably.
While he attends to the wounded, we do have this voucher, and we were hoping to acquire some sort of holy relic or holy water as we face the foes this coming evening.
Oh, yes, well, I am aware of the heroes. We'll do what we can with what limited resources we have. It's all going to depend on who is your deity.
Oh,
Do they have Timora here? She's the goddess of good luck.
The goddess of good luck. Okay, that helps. Because I was going to say, if your god fits in with what I have for the gods.
I only know that because someone I ran a campaign with worshipped this god, and I was like, "Ooh, good luck." That seems to fit in any situation.
yeah.
That's something you always want.
Right. And we could use whatever naming convention you had before. That just good luck god.
Neared. It's neared.
Weird.
Near.
Neared.
Okay.
How do you
Neared.
spell?
The god of luck. NJRD.
That's a good one.
Very Nordic.
Yeah.
Very Scandinavian.
Do you have anything of Neared?
Yes, we do. That will be Willem. He is attending the wounded.
And then she'll look back to her two companions who hopefully haven't gone off on their helping quest yet. Unless you two prefer another deity.
Nerd works for me.
I have one of my own.
Oh, maybe we should get two.
I don't think it'll hurt. I worship not the god of luck, Nerd, but goddess of justice,
I believe that's Brigid.
Bridget.
Brigid. And you can get the same item blessed twice if you'd like. It will just have different effects if the roll goes well, or you can get two separate items blessed by two separate deities. It's up to you.
Items, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have anything like holy water or anything like that, but they will perform like a blessing upon something for you.
I think I want my Morningstar blessed probably.
Yeah, I was thinking my rapier, but then I'm also like, I'm not great in physical, but I'm not horrible either.
Nah, you shouldn't. You gotta protect yourself.
And I'm sure like if you want them to like give you some sort of charm, they can do that as well. But if you had something that you wanted blessed specifically, what I was saying is we can do that.
Gotcha. So they got like little charms that they can hand out.
Oh yeah, he would definitely present his Morningstar then to whoever is on the Brigitte sconce or section for blessing.
Tahra, knowing her own strengths, would present her rapier. Because she knows she doesn't have any offensive spells. So
Smart thinking.
It's okay. We got the greatest wizard alive.
That's right.
yeah.
It's true.
That's
you sure
right.
do.
Yep. 100% accurate.
Yes, if we're going to do these 2 blessings, unfortunately, resources are limited. So Willem is going to perform the Brigitte blessing as well, though it is not his specialty.
Oh no, Willem.
Oh no.
Yes.
Willem.
Yeah, unfortunately. So what I will do is roll for Willem some religion checks. So we've got a 19 for 1. And now we'll do Brigitte.
Ooh, so 19's for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hope so. Oh no. Dang.
it's okay. My whole life is constant despair. Not a big deal.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your backstory. Your vigilante backstory. But, Susan,
Yeah.
you are going to hand over your rapier to this youngish for a paladin, tanned, brown skin, almost caramel looking man. He is looking for modern day what you would think of when you think monk. He looks very monk-esque.
Okay.
And you're going to hand him over this rapier, and with a silent meditation, almost awkward because you're kind of just standing there waiting for him to do his thing, you're going to slowly see this glow from inside this gentleman, moving from his entire body and all of his orifices into your rapier. Well, I shouldn't have said orifices. All of his orifices. I meant appendages, but my mind said orifice.
We know where your mind went.
And I went to
He's
the
just
real...
leaking holy energy out of every hole in his body.
Right, yes. Every hole is getting holy. But you'll slowly see your rapier begin to glow with this light. And then it's just going to dissipate. And without a word from this gentleman, he's going to hand it back to you with a bow of his head.
Tahra will take it back reverently, like gently, like place her hands where she could grab it and bow back, and then delicately and with all the reverence that she held, taking it from him, put it back in, like into her belt.
What that's going to do for your weapon is we're going to give you some +1, and I believe it's radiant.
Ooh.
Radiant damage. Ooh.
And then for Alex's, it's like...
And then Alex.
Something else comes out of his orifices for this one.
That's gonna be bad.
He pushes a little too
You
hard.
don't want to know
Yeah.
where he put that morning star. You're going to hand him this morning star, hoping to get a blessing from Bridget, the god of justice. And he's going to look at you and then sort of do a little turn to the left and refer to some text.
Oh God, he's YouTubing it.
He's got to check the recipe.
He's like a bartender who's like trying to make a drink that they don't know.
Yep, exactly. He's checking the recipe, and after minutes of him referring and then back to this morning star and then checking his work, flipping through some pages, looking back,
he's just going to hand it back to you and say, no.
Then Enkäg takes it back. That's fine. I'm used to working on my own anyways. I don't need favors from the goddess.
It is still a morning star. That's gotta count for something.
Yeah, it's true. You didn't break it. Good point.
Silver lining.
If it's any consolation, it seems luck is on our side.
Yeah, he'll just nod and he kind of look at his morning star, but because he's 12 years old, I assume he's like, he can't fully control his emotions. I was kind of like, this is fine. It doesn't bother me. And he like, if there's a garbage can or something nearby, he just like kicks it like just really quick. We'll need it. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. Not a big deal.
Now, I don't need a blessing necessarily, and it's come to my attention very recently that the healing that I can do is more like a healing for the soul. The lights, they don't really like make you physically better, but they make you emotionally better. I'm sort of like a magical Patch Adams. That's how I heal. But it would be great to have something that actually healed. So do you have anything like that I can give you this voucher for?
You're an emotional support wizard.
Well, if you consider the greatest wizard in all the land an emotionally supportive one, then absolutely.
Yeah, really cheered me up with those lights. That was a good distraction.
See? 100% satisfaction.
Roll a d20 for me, and we'll see if there is anything else that they have here. It's going to be a little high because resources are strapped currently.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But we'll go here. Oh, 19.
Well,
Be careful, because if it's a crit, you're going to turn 12 years old.
That's right. Well, it's like I edged it. I edged it right, you know. Yeah.
you got right up there.
I got right to the
Yeah.
brink.
Right to the cusp. You're edging, yeah.
Always on respect.
This elven paladin / cleric, it's hard to tell based on her dress, is going to look to you and then look to the crowd and look back to you. Follow me. And is going to beckon you to the back.
Oh yeah. Lead the way.
Sure, following her into this back room, she is going to sit down at her desk and sort of look to you. We've had a lot of adventurers fail. You seem young to take on this quest. And she's gonna look towards Enkäg. And your general demeanor as well is, leading her to believe that maybe you guys shouldn't take this on.
Well, he has an old soul, and we're Dragonborn. We're probably like 3,000 or something like that.
Some like to call me ageless. Let's not put a label on it.
I think that I can put your worries to rest, because you have not only the greatest wizard of all the land, Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard, but also all of us here. Everyone's working to help the town, and everyone wants to contribute to your safety and the safety of this place. Even if we do seem a little young, mentally or physically, it's just as important to us no matter what age we are.
And I do thank you. We've had so many come through and fail. It's hard for me to have hope at this point. We don't have much, but what I can offer you is that my sister will be there. She is in the current group going to try and stop the ghosts.
Who's your sister? What's her name?
Her name is Rosalia Asrani, which is one of the wonderful NPC names that were chosen by the listeners.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know who picking those too.
Yeah. They picked not to interject, but they were picking an NPC name for Jamie, and it came to a tie So Jamie got the deciding vote. I believe the other was Maya Gradnos.
Yes.
From Turver on our server, but Rosalia Azrani from Guardian Santh. Thank you both.
Nice.
And that is a beautiful name. Well, they're both beautiful names.
It is. It was hard to pick.
But that's awesome. Rosalia Azrani. Lovely. Azralia as the
Rosalia.
as Rosalia Asrani. That's a beautiful name. A little hard to say when you have a dragonborn mouth, but beautiful to hear. And you have my oath as the greatest wizard in all the land, Shiny Stew Scoops Charizard, that we will protect her and keep her safe.
And hopefully she can return the favor.
Yeah, I hope so too. It'd be nice to have all of our backs, looked out for.
She'll be adorned much like I, sort of gesturing to her symbols on her garb. And the only high elf in the current group going down. I tried to convince her otherwise, but she was dead set. We are running out of warriors, and there's not much we have left for hope, as I said.
I understand hope is fragile and in short supply here. But all you need is a little bit to get you through. And the rest, well, that's up to us. So don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
Thank you. And she is going to reach into her bookcase that is behind her and pull out this leather tome.
A book. Perfect.
Book! You're like, that's for me! This was in the library of the mountain and shows what we know is inside the caverns. There isn't much here, but this map should get you started on your way.
This is perfect. Thank you.
I'm not sure to its accuracy, but here you go. And she's going to give you a little map.
Yeah, I'll take it. Put it away. I think I'll start perusing. You said it was a book, right? Or should you just take a map out of a book?
It's a book of maps.
Oh, it's a book of maps. Oh, I see.
It's a book of maps, and she's going to sort of show you this one page in particular that lines up the mountain pretty clearly. It almost shows a picture of the mountain and the path down to get to whatever it is down there, at least to a certain point.
Okay.
You know, they were only able to record so much, basically.
Gotcha. Can I take this with us?
Please. It's just sitting here on a shelf.
I take it, I clutch it. I also have a reverence for it because this is like parchment and like knowledge and paper, and he's like super into that. Just like the sparkly anime eyes again. He's like holding it out for the two of you to see, opening it up, being very careful with his dragonborn hands.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in this temple?
I don't think I have anything else to do. They failed my blessing.
Yeah.
I'm having a little temper tantrum in the corner.
This stupid gods never give me what I want anyway.
After everything I've done, after all the scum I've punished, this is my thanks. No gifts, no presents.
Tara's just content because her god loves her.
How's it feel? No.
Feels real good.
Well, you actually didn't end up spending any money because the temple doesn't charge for blessings, especially in a time of crisis. They're not that type of church.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
They're there to be of service to the community.
Love it.
I guess in that I give my voucher to like someone in the temple, someone in need, like someone who's like having trouble or whatever. Just give them my voucher. I just hand it to someone who looks like they're having a bad day. Which might be Enkäg.
Throwing a tantrum in the corner.
Why you give me a second voucher? I only have one already.
Oh no, sorry, I meant to give that to this person here. Oh yeah, let me just take that back. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, listeners. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Ghosts of Grayhill. I've got some more updates and information for you regarding the anti-trans and anti-LGBTQIA legislation that is being proposed in the US. Very recently, the Republicans of Kentucky's General Assembly rushed through a very harmful anti-trans bill targeting trans youth and undermining the legislative process, constitutional liberties, and the majority of voices of Kentucky voters. This bill, Kentucky SB 150, bans gender-affirming care for trans youth and forces educators to disclose and out students' sexual orientation and gender identity, putting children in danger and at risk of violence and discrimination, in addition to a bunch of other harmful anti-LGBTQIA+ language. Many who opposed this bill addressed the bigotry and hatefulness, most notably State Representative Pamela Stevenson and Chris Hartman, who is the executive director of the Fairness Campaign, an organization dedicated to civil rights legislation on race, sexual orientation, and gender identity. You can visit the Fairness Campaign at fairness.org, where they have a bunch of resources to find out what bills to support and what bills to oppose by contacting Kentucky representatives or by organizing and rallying. You can also donate if you are able. If you're listening to this and you live in Kentucky, this is a great resource to stay on top of the legislation and the bills that are coming out, knowing what to support and oppose, and information on organizing to show up and have your voice heard for these bills. And it's a great resource if you live in a neighboring state. And speaking of neighboring states, please visit the Campaign for Southern Equality at southernequality.org. This is another organization that has some especially helpful resources if you are trans, non-binary, or gender non-conforming in the southern United States. Their website has resources for not only emergencies like suicide prevention hotlines, but also a Trans in the South guide that is a network of trans-affirming healthcare and legal service providers. As access to transgender healthcare evolves in the South, this resource is constantly being updated. And if you are a healthcare provider, consider becoming a part of this network. Or if you are an American living in the South, consider joining this network in other ways, driving, mutual aid, donations, etc. If you happen to live in a state where trans and LGBTQIA+ people have protections, please consider contacting your city, state, and federal representatives to discuss how to expand on these protections, how to create refugee statuses for trans youth and their parents fleeing genocidal anti-trans laws, and how to push those protections further, such as offering financial aid for those who may not have the means to flee, especially for trans youth and especially for trans people of color. Human and civil rights groups like the ACLU is already planning on challenging SB 150 as unconstitutional. But this is the narrative that we are seeing in a lot of cases in the United States, where Republican lawmakers are spending taxpayer time, money, and effort crafting these genocidal laws targeting a vulnerable group of our people when there is just so much more to be focusing on. But the cruelty is the point, as it always is with fascists. And we're not here to debate the existence of trans and LGBTQIA experiences. We're here to organize collectively together to protect the dignity and humanity of our most vulnerable citizens and youth, period. You can also watch some of these hearings and speeches, as I mentioned, by Representative Pamela Stevenson and other Kentucky Democrats, as well as Chris Hartman, who gives expert testimony in opposition to these harmful bills. If you search their names on Twitter or on TikTok, I'm sure you can find those speeches there. They are really empowering. It is great to hear those words of support and that there are people who are pushing back and fighting for civil rights and liberties all across the US. As always, this information and links will be in the episode notes and will be provided in our Discord. There's links to the Discord in our Instagram and Twitter bio, so come on in and hang out with us. Hang out with me, with the cast, and a community of incredible people and tabletop game hobbyists. We'd love to have you. So thank you for listening, and now let's get back to the episode.
So what is next for the fellowship? Are you going to head back into the mountain Is there anywhere else in town you wanted to stop in before? It's been about an hour, I would say. So you've got 2 hours left until sunset.
Gotcha.
If we wait till 3 hours are end, that means like all the baddies come out, all the spirits. Because the curfew is 8 p.m.
Yep, curfew is sunset, basically.
Is there anything else we think we need?
Other than more information,
Yeah.
are we taking this journey this night, or are we going to set out the next day?
That is up to you. There are 11 other adventurers there.
Yeah.
And basically, they're not sending everybody in at once. You're taking turns going into the cavern. It gets very narrow. You can only fit so many people through the entrance at once.
Oh, I see.
So it's up to you when you would like to go, when you'd like to take your turn. If you want to do it before sunset, you can. If you want to stave out the night and see what happens in town, you can do that too. Or you can just go get drunk and be like, we'll handle it tomorrow, baby.
No.
YOLO.
Incognito would never.
Yeah. Well, he can't get in now. He can't get into the
go in.
tavern now.
Yeah, I can't get it now.
You'd have to have a fake ID.
I feel like Enkäg and Two Scoops wouldn't let us. Let's wait until tomorrow.
No,
Yeah.
we gotta go now.
Yeah. I think Two Scoops is like really female to go, like, but no pressure. If there's something else we want to do, we should do. But I can't think of anything
I can't either.
else
Yeah,
to do.
I have no thought of any shopping or anything necessary.
Yeah, I just really wanted to go to temple because I'm like, undead ghosts. We need to be able to hit them.
Don't worry, but I got it. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, we got a holy person in
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you all want to just get going?
Yeah, I think Incognito would be like, we're wasting time. We gotta get inside.
Heading back towards the mountain.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tara would
Okay.
read the room and be like, okay, yeah, we should go.
A word of the wise. Ghosts, they're pretty nasty. They barely need to touch you to do bad things. Obviously, 20 people dead. Their touch, it lingers. So,
Real nasty boys, huh?
yeah, just try not to get touched.
Rowdy. Yeah. I'll do my best. I don't want to get
behind
touched
me.
by no nasty boys.
Stand behind me, yeah. He's gonna keep playing out. He's gonna keep playing off of like not even understanding the joke. He's like, real nasty boys, 100%, nastiest boys I've ever seen.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there's no. I think it's in total earnest. Yeah, it's like, yeah, no nasty boys.
Tara's probably the only one picking it up, and she's
Yeah.
like, she has to turn away so you don't see her smile. Tara's much older than both of you, especially now that Incognito's 12.
Right.
I became 12 years old.
I don't think Two Scoops is terribly young. I just think he's naive.
Yeah, I think, you know what it is? It's the voice for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's making me think that he's younger than me.
Yeah, it's definitely Boy Wonder vibes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, walking back through the town square and back through the legged walkways up into the mountains, the clutches of the mountains, you again hear the echoes of your footsteps, this time almost magnified as you are the only group now walking up these steps. Everyone else is taking shelter either in their homes, businesses, inns, what have you, as the sun is getting closer and closer to the horizon line. You are going to follow Eden down through the cavern of the mountain, through past libraries, past servants' quarters, into the dungeons, and almost sewers, it seems as though. You'll eventually come up to a hallway that opens into a natural stone carving of a perfect circle in the mountainside. Etchings along each side, almost hieroglyphic symbols strewn delicately and artistically about the walls and ceilings as it reaches higher and higher to the mountain's top. You see a single stream of water all the way from the top, delicately streaming down, flowing across the barrier. Eden, who was the elderly, muscled up man, is going to stand there, hunched on a stool. I actually showed up. I'm pretty surprised. Looking real shiny, too.
Thank you.
Emphasizing your newly blessed rapier. Here's the entrance, and the stairs get steeper the further you go, so try not to get dizzy. We've had a few crews fall down, and it wasn't no teeny tumble.
Oh God.
Do the stairs go up or down?
The stairs go down.
Okay.
So past this perfect circle carved into the stone, there's a spiral staircase going down.
Going down, and water spilling from the top down the stairs, or just into the room?
Yes.
Oh, down the stairs. Oh, okay. Oh, slippery. Okay.
Slippery.
Hey, Eden? It was Eden, right?
Yeah.
Eden, pleasure. Chinese 2 scoops Charizard. Greatest wizard in the land. Do you know who carved this beautiful chamber? Do you know what civilization was here before Grayhill?
Why don't you roll me a history check?
Oh, you know I can. That's like my jam.
That's my Jimmy Jam.
That's my Jimmy Jam. Oh, 12.
Oh.
Saved by the modifier, maybe.
Saved by the modifier, literally. Well, the settlement's pretty new here on the Isle, but there are rumors. Rumors of elves. Old elves, though. Old elves, not the same as like this one here. And he's gonna point over at Enkäg.
Yeah, I'm only 12.
Did they have a name?
With a 12, I'm not gonna get a name.
I understand.
But the rumor was they could fly.
Flying elves. That is exciting. I really hope we find some of that down there.
Well, I ain't heard about no elves, but there's definitely something eerie down in those caverns. I went a few steps down there before it got too steep. You see, it's pretty slippery for an old man like myself, but it's the air itself is thick with almost death.
Well, it's a great thing to tell us before we descend, so thanks, Eden. Goodbye.
And Eden is just gonna, good luck to you. Never see those guys again.
I have a feeling that if we put like a plate of fresh cooked meat down there, I think he'd go down those steps no problem.
Like a big roast.
Yeah. I think he's just got to find the right motivation for his life.
Well, you're going to begin to descend these spiral staircases, and it's just, a regular sort of spiral staircase at first, but you start to notice that the further and further down you go, it's getting a bit more worn in the steps. They're not as jagged as they were, so it's easy to misstep. With the water trickling in too, it adds another layer of difficulty getting down. The first fourth or so of this trip is doable, but it is long. These stairs seem to go on forever, and you've been going down these steps now for about 25-30 minutes, and you start to notice that they are going sideways. Wait, is that upside down? Wait, are we going back down or are we going back up? And I am going to begin our first skill check challenge.
Oh, we entered a weird pocket dimension.
What the hell is this?
Let's go.
Is this what a second puberty feels like?
A skill check challenge. We want to get 3 successes before we get 3 failures. And there are also 3 different sections of this staircase. The first section that you're coming across is really tilt-a-whirly. You don't really know what direction you're going anymore. You're starting to climb on the ceiling. Your feet are on the walls. It's almost like the steps themselves have been made distorted so that it's twisting into the depths of this mountain.
Like in an Escher painting or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right, you don't know which direction's what. Where are you going?
God, I hope David Bowie comes out somewhere. in those
I
tight
know,
pants.
that's what I was thinking.
Second time he's been mentioned to me this weekend, by the way.
It's what we were all thinking. It's what we were all hoping.
So for the first check, what we are going to do is an acrobatics check for this first one. But here's what I will say. If at any time you want to throw out an alternative skill that you would like to do in the current situation for the staircase, I'm all ears. But for now, because you are almost doing cartwheels in this stairway, I think acrobatics is a good starting point.
Oh, okay.
That tracks. That tracks.
Oh, 4 for me.
Ooh, a 9 for me.
And 19 for me.
Oh no.
Well, Tahra, you're fine. You are so graceful down these stairs. You're almost dancing to the steps.
That tracks.
You are gonna notice Shiny is a little bit more wibbly wobbly, but he is holding up on these stairs so far. You're still upright in whatever way that looks in a contorted stairway.
Yeah, very noodly.
Very noodly. However, your gold shimmer is beginning to get a tinge of green.
Ooh.
A tinge of green. You're getting a little seasick.
I'm fine.
Now, Enkäg. Enkäg, I'm so sorry, but this is really starting to hit you. You are really getting nauseous.
No.
You're fumbling all over the place and begin to fall down these stairs.
Oh no. Just constant hitting. Oh. Oh, mommy.
Yep.
It's the non-Euclidean geometry. That's what's throwing us all off.
I don't know what that means.
Just look at the step in front of you, not the few steps ahead.
It's too late. I see like 12 steps. Just like taking them all at once.
So mechanically, that is going to mean that Shiny and Tahra succeeded, and Enkäg, that's one fail for the team.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay. So we all gotta succeed. It's a all.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Gotcha. Okay.
So feeling a little worse for wear, a little beat up, Enkäg, but still with the group, you may be just a few steps, if not more than a few steps, in front of Shiny and Tahra because you took that tumble forward. But now the stairway is starting to align itself again. The steps themselves are definitely going down now. You can tell this is down, or what you think is down, now that your meter has been all wobbled together, but it seems correct. The water, however, is making it very slick, and because you're going further and further down, it's getting steeper and steeper. It's hard to keep your balance as these stairs begin to feel like a slide down.
No.
And for this one, we are going to do an athletics roll as you try to hold on.
Pray for me. My athletics is 1.
Same. Can I argue for a dex save?
Sure.
Maybe I'm trying to avoid the slippery parts.
Yeah, I can see that. Reflexes.
She's dancing. She's just
Yeah.
dancing.
I'm just dancing down these steps.
She put her earbuds in.
Yeah.
She's just going with the flow.
I'm just having a great time.
I can't make an argument for anything. I think athletics is. It sounds very athletic, or dexterous, and
or dex. Yeah.
I just gotta go with what I gotta go with. Ooh, 12 on the die for a 13.
I think maybe the trickery of that first bout of the staircase has got you guys, your guard is up, because all three of you are going to miraculously slide down these steps as if it were a ride at Six Flags. It's almost fun. It's almost fun. It's a slippery slide.
What is this? What is this feeling? This feeling in my heart? I don't understand. What's happening to my face?
It's going up. The corners are going up.
Yeah, what is this?
It's called fun.
Oh, fun.
Happiness. Fleeting.
Happiness.
Or what is it that a Lego Batman? Sadness.
I gotta rewatch that. The second Lego movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, we got one success, one failure.
Now, this last leg of the stairs. So far, you've been in this staircase. This last bout, the slide itself was quick. But that first nauseating, twisty-turny bout, that was about 45 minutes of just hammering sickness. And then you go down a water slide. So I can imagine, especially our failure Enkäg, you're probably feeling quite sick at this point. Not quite dizzy, I won't give you that effect or anything, but if we get another fail, we'll be closer to it. And because we're coming down off of this water slide, unfortunately, it sort of ends into a cavern.
I do yak at the end.
Okay.
Just like I feel better. I feel better now. Now I feel good.
What does Dragonborn vomit? Gold Dragonborn vomit look like?
Oh, it's probably fire. There's probably like a fire element. Yeah. It's like molten, glowy kind of.
Little like mini fire methods like come out of it.
Now I feel good.
Wow, that was in you. Holy moly.
So here at the bottom of the stairs is a large ramp leading down to the lower level. That opens up into a large cavern. You see these sunbeams peeking through above. The cavern is vast. It is so tall and so long, it seems like it goes on as long as the mountain range above would go on. There are these large waterfalls streaming down, scorching through the stone chamber and leaving these water droplets sprinkling in the air, making a colorful rainbow, sparkling glitter effect. Across the ground, you see these old pillars buried into the ground and a pool of water. How would you like to proceed?
Are we still in the skill challenge? Is this still part of the challenge?
You said you were going to go into the cavern, yeah?
Oh, yeah, we slide down for sure.
We slide down, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're sliding down, it sort of just ends at a ledge, is what I was trying to get across. So you're falling.
Oh, so we have to jump down into the cavern.
You're either falling or you're jumping, basically.
Oh, I see. Oh,
but
I
if you're not
gotcha.
just going to let it happen, then we can finish. Sorry, I probably didn't make that very clear.
I kind of like the idea of us just falling into the cavern, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
I feel
think?
Just like tumbling on top of each other.
I know Incognito because he's having fun. I want that to actually happen. Like he's on that slide and he's having a lot of fun on the slide, like when he's surfing down.
I like to think, Enkäg and Two Scoops go in. Tahra stops at the end and like stands up, sees them go over. I guess I have to go down, and then jumps down.
Yeah.
Jumps in like and like it's dewy and wet down there, and she just like looks amazing in it.
Yeah, like
it's
her
just
cape
like
flies up.
Yeah. Just
She
coming
lifts like
down.
an arm like gracefully as she falls, and then you barely hear as she lands. Like,
Oh my god,
Yeah,
could she be
yeah.
playing the bagpipes as she's descending?
yes.
I guess we fall down in there. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna tumble into the cavern, it like I said, it's huge. It's long, vast, and tall, and you're probably gonna fall a considerable amount, at least 20 feet from the end of this stairs. There was a platform there, but it is no longer functioning.
Oh, so we kind of like splash down here, and there's this pool of water.
I was just gonna ask if anybody wanted to roll a perception check for me to see, because it is dark down here, what you might be able to
I cast
uncover.
dancing lights. We have golden orbs on each of our shoulders.
How long does
useful.
that last?
Let's see. Well, it's a cantrip, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like. I don't think it lasts long, but it is a cantrip, so I'll just keep casting it.
Every once in a while, you just throw your hands up and sprinkle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do a perception check if that's okay, Susan, unless you want to do it.
Nah, you can. It's fine.
I mean 13.
Okay, so you're going to hear the sounds of rushing water everywhere, almost like you are surrounded. It's hard to hear each other because of how loud this rushing water sounds, because of the fact that you are surrounded by all of these waterfalls beneath the surface.
Huh.
What'd you say? I can't hear you guys. What?
I said I'm casting dancing lights.
Oh,
Tahra, you look amazing.
yeah, it's very graceful. That's impeccable.
Thank you. I worked very hard on this stance.
I didn't catch that last part. What is the last part? It's something about dance?
I worked very hard. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
That's right, you are a bard! You guys also want to be very careful where you step, as it is very damp down here. Everything is covered with this slick sort of, not slime, but like cave slime, if that makes sense.
Like when you open a condom.
That's exactly what I was going for, yes. Like when you open a condom. Thank you, Alex.
Quick
and you-
aside. Oh, go ahead, sorry. No.
You are going to hear in the distance some bickering as well.
Has to be pretty
Almost
loud.
down.
Yeah, pretty loud over
Gotta
the,
be, yeah,
over the
waterfalls.
I wonder if it's any of the other heroes that came before us.
Yeah, there seems to be some sort of dispute going on.
Well, let's go check it out. I never look away from a chance to help someone, especially if they're having a bunch of bickering.
Could be some ne'er-do-wells.
Yes, hopefully we do not walk into something we do not wish to be a part of.
I like being a part of everything. A conversation is just a road to a friendship.
I love Two Scoops.
I feel like Two Scoops needs a line of t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's just all these cute little sayings, you know?
Two Scoops needs to start like a YouTube channel, like just like an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes! Reviewing something. I don't know what.
I was
but
gonna say like doing helpful, this is how you change oil, and this is how you like, you know, like
Or
just
even
like
just like a motivational channel, like,
If you ever feel down, just remember, conversation is a road towards a new friendship.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, just okay. TikTok. That's your channel. Just like
TikTok.
a like.
yeah,
like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's absolutely.
Freaking media manager
hey,
Susan.
Scoop fam.
Yeah.
Media manager Susan at work right here, dude.
1 second, let me just. He like pulls out a crystal and he's like, "You're worth it and you're valid, no matter what. No matter what you produce and whatever you do, you're valid." And send. Okay, let's go check out this bickering.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Wait a second, guys. I just want anybody to see this, know that they're loved.
Hashtag self-help. Hashtag FYP.
Hashtag FYP. Oh, jeez.
My God. There, so we're sneaking towards the, or I guess sneakily moving towards the sound of the argument.
Are we sneaking? Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I
Well,
can
if you're
sneak.
sneaking.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that because I am wearing chainmail right now.
You are
you have
incognito.
disadvantage.
Yeah, but I'm not very. Okay, it's a +2.
Literally, your name is
It's a
incognito.
+2 stealth at disadvantage. Because I mean, paladins are never never have advantage on stealth.
I can't imagine you've been a mass vigilante for long.
My whole life, what are you talking about? And not 12 years, longer than 12 years, because I'm a wood elf, so at least I've lived like 80 years minimum.
Yeah, I guess we're sneaking up.
I shouldn't have said that. Fuck.
Well, if you're gonna sneak, I'm gonna need some stealth
here it
checks from everybody.
We did great.
10. A 10 was our highest.
So good effort, guys.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah. Really thought the waterfalls would have matched our.
Should I not be playing bagpipe while we're walking? Like,
Yeah. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, it's not even a sneaky song. It's just straight up like an announcement song.
like a dirge. Like a.
Well, what we'll say is that 2 Scoops, you got the memo that we were going to do this stealthily. And we don't really need to worry about Tahra, so we think, because she's so graceful. Of course, she'll be stealthy, right?
Playing those bagpipes real
But
quiet.
Yep. But our ringer here, too, is Enkäg, because incognito, with a name like that, he's got to be stealthy, you would think. So you're going to be leading us here, Shiny, towards this bickering sound. And unfortunately, because the floor is so slippery,
Oh no.
Tahra first is going to bump into you, causing you and Tahra to slide forward, revealing yourselves to these bickering bickering people, and then tumbling in front of 2 halflings and 1 dwarf. It looks like they're setting up some sort of camp.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. That was intentional. That was totally intentional.
Yes, it was. Sarah thinks herself.
Agreed. Completely what we wanted to do.
What's the room? What's the temperature of the room here?
These 2 halflings seem to be going at it. There is a female
like in
and a
an
male.
adult way.
In a very in a very aggressive, we are having a disagreement way.
Okay.
They look very similar in that they both have brown hair, brown eyes, a bit unkempt in terms of their hair and overall cleanliness, I guess we'll call it. And the female halfling is going to pipe up and sort of yell towards their group, not yours, after seeing you topple in front of them.
Well, great. Now we're gonna get passed by some other adventurers and we're not gonna get any of the reward money.
Whoa, calm down there, short stuff. Okay. Did do I recognize them as a team from upstairs?
They do seem familiar from one of the teams upstairs because you rolled a crit
I did.
on your perception
Yes,
roll.
which is
for
why
that.
I'm 12 years
yes,
old.
they do look familiar.
Okay. Are you trying to tell us that other teams have passed you?
No, we were the ones before you. You're gonna be the first ones passing us because this stupid lunk.
And is going to point at the halfling seated next to her with a splint on both legs.
Fell down the fucking stairs.
Oh, and then you can see incognito when like the foul language comes out. He reacts adversely. He's like, "What's happening? Why am I reacting like that?" Like his child physique is not used to the cursing. He's like, "Oh," like even though he probably was, now it's kind of like involuntary. So it's his legs hurt. He broke his leg.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say it hurts, but like, I could get through pain. It's just like I can't actually walk on him anymore.
I have just the spell.
Oh boy, here we go.
And I cast some dancing lights on him. Huh? Feeling better already, I imagine.
Fuck was that? I thought you were some cleric or something.
No, I'm just the greatest wizard in all the land. Shiny's 2 Scoops, Charizard. And what are your names?
Greatest wizard in all the land. This is ridiculous. We're gonna waste all this time. We're probably gonna get these ghosts all up in our brains, making us do weird shit. I'm going to bed. Fuck this.
And she is going to kick a pan across the floor and run into their little camp, their tent that they have set up in this cavern.
I want to approach the halfling whose leg is broken, if I can, and be like,
Both legs are broken.
oh, both. Oh, boy. And look at him and kind of ask him, let's make a deal here, buddy. It looks like you guys ran into some trouble early on. I mean, this is like the beginning of the rest of the cavern. If I heal your legs, you have anything you can offer us in terms of any extra equipment or gear you're holding on to?
What did you have in mind?
Potions, holy water, blessed items, things that help against ghosts. I'm not asking for all of it. I'm asking for maybe one or two things that you had as backup.
Why don't you roll a flat d20 and we'll see what the likelihood is that they would have anything that they're willing to give to
They
you.
spend their voucher on. That's what I want to know.
Right, what did
Yeah.
they spend their voucher on?
That'd be an 8.
Well, I mean, what would I use to get through the cavern if I gave you all my stuff?
I didn't say all of it, buddy. I said extra, but that's fine. Okay, how about this?
I've got some tacky bread you could have.
No. And he shudders, like he did with the curse word. No. I'll heal your legs. You help us.
Oh, I can help. I'm a real help. I can help.
Okay, well, just chill out. Cool. Let's cool your jets here, Turbo. Okay. I'm gonna look to the group. I'm gonna look at Tahra first and be like, if it's okay with you, I'd like to help this helpless halfling out and get his legs so he's up and moving again.
Tara's gonna smile, and the reason for that in her head is she wanted to say, "You don't need my permission. You're a grown." Oh,
Not anymore. Hence why he's asking for permission from the adult.
Oh, I love it.
so that's like the internal thought process there. She pauses for a moment as that thought fully forms, and then, yes, you could heal him.
Cool. Thank you. He's gonna say thanks, thanks, Tahra. He turns around. He looks at the halfling. I do this. You give us any information you have on the caves and maybe any inside information you know that we don't.
I mean, I can tell you what I remember. Yeah.
Fine. And he's going to lay on hands, touch the knees, and how much do I need to give him to fix his knees? Or to fix his legs, I'm sorry.
Well, here's what I will say. Is depending on how much you give him is how much it's going to affect. So like if you only want to give him a little bit, it's not going to fix his legs, but he could probably walk on them again. If you want to give him a little bit more, then one leg seems to be pretty much healed. And then if you want to give him, whatever your max is that you're willing, you could heal probably both.
I will give him all of it. I'll give him all 10.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
I am the knight.
All right.
You are
I'm
the
justice.
Yeah, you are justice.
Yeah.
What does it look like as you lay upon your hands?
I clasp my hand together and I start praying in Elvish to Brigid. And when I finish, it's a very short prayer. When I finish, they're glowing like they start off bright, radiant, and they turn to like a dull blue. And he'll put his hands on the legs, and the blue energy disperses and moves almost as if it's a small swarm of bats. As they go around the legs, wrap around, and the quick flash, little blue light flashes from the small swarm of bat silhouettes on the legs, and he releases the spell and walks back a couple steps. And you can see him sweating. He's like, oh, this is so much worse as a kid.
Whoa, that was real cool.
Thanks. I can't do it until I fall asleep now.
Tara's gonna lean over and put her hand on his shoulder. You did great.
Thanks, thanks, Tahra.
Well, I guess that means we don't have to camp anymore.
And this halfling is going to look towards you guys, the dwarf companion, who hasn't said much, seems to be a bit quiet for a dwarf. Dwarves are known for being very robust. and that other halfling who is in the tent. Or towards the tent, I should say.
Unless you wanted to rest because you said you needed to sleep or whatever.
Oh, no. That's if I want to do that again. But how about instead you give us any info you know about these ghosts and what else is in these caverns?
Sure. I mean, I know pretty much what everybody else knows.
And let's see what this halfling remembers.
Come on, halfling, don't let us down, please.
Okay. He's not too bright.
I didn't want to make any judgments based on his
Unfortunately.
vocal patterns, but
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
He's not the brightest halfling in the bunch.
No.
There we go. Well,
Oh, Jesus.
so what he's going to be able to tell you is
I know pretty much what everybody else knows. The town, it's been dealing with the hauntings. They got the glowy balls in the sky, and the ghosts. I said ghosts, right?
Yeah. you did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the cavern, it goes down, and the furthest anybody's made it's to the bridges.
That's new. The bridges.
Yeah, it's just past here. We were gonna stop, but now my legs are working.
and he's going to kick him around, not reaching, the floor because he's
He's a little halfling.
Well, your friend mentioned something about going to sleep before they get in your brains. What was that about?
Oh yeah, there's something about when night hits, but I don't really know about all that. I just know they said go get inside. I said okay, Luvan, go inside then.
Don't suppose you could tell us where the ghost came from?
and Luvan is going to point down.
Yeah. And he turns to Tahra and he's like, I'm not even going to ask about the elves.
Yes, I'm sure that's a wise choice.
Yeah.
Perhaps since you are all healed, my friend, and you and your other friend, perhaps we could venture forth together, as no one has made it past these bridges. And then she's going to speak a little louder, so perhaps the halfling in the tent can hear this. And just so you know, in case there's any thoughts of maybe betraying us in order to take the prize, these two have already agreed not to take any portion of the prize. So there's no reason to do so.
That's right.
Yeah.
No reward is greater than helping the people of Grayhill.
Justice needs to be served.
And they spoke on my behalf as well. So you will take the full prize should we venture forth together.
You hear that, Lori?
And this other halfling is going to poke her little head out.
You talking free labor?
Sadly, yes.
All right, I like the sound of that. You working for me? That sounds good.
Well, we're working together. We've got a little fellowship. Maybe we can all team up.
Fellowship. Okay, yeah, we'll team up, bud. We're gonna team up. But we're the ones getting paid over here, right?
If that's what you need.
If money serves you, then yes, you'll have it.
And again, sadly, yes.
She's going to rub her little hands together.
Well, all right then. Are we still camping? Like, what's going on? We gonna head out? We going to the bridge?
Maybe we could take a little rest. It is getting on towards night, right? It's hard to tell in these conditions underneath the mountain.
It'd be nice if there was like an invention or something that, told us the time of day.
Oh, you are onto something. Yeah.
Yeah.
If only could perhaps, be in an accessible place, like your hand or your arm.
Or your pocket.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I've got this crystal that I broadcast things to people, but it can't tell time, unfortunately.
Wow.
It just reaches millions of...
Yeah. And I'm really not getting any reception underneath the mountain right now. It's really, the magic doesn't go out from here. So I'm going to have to upload all of these later.
If we don't have an Instagram takeover of Shiny Two Scoops Charizard on the Respect the Crit account, I'm done. I quit.
Oh, God. That's too good.
This is too scoop.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, as you decide to hunker down for a night's rest within this cavern, which was once full of magic, of reverence, of this almost sacred vibe, is now going to dissipate with the sun and is overtaken instead by darkness. You are going to try to sleep through the night. And can I have one of you roll a d20 for me?
I could do it. I don't think I've done a group roll, but I haven't been rolling great.
You have the blessing of luck.
Oh yeah, okay. I
You
believe
have
you.
the blessing
You're
of
right.
luck.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
15.
Luck be a lady,
Yeah.
and she is dope. So it's going to close in on your tent, your bedrolls, whatever it is that you've decided to hunker in for the night. I assume that you are taking shifts because that's what standard adventurers do when they're on a quest. But Tahra, when you are on your shift of the night, not only can you feel this quietness in the air, but you're going to begin to hear a chirping in the distance. Very light at first, but it begins to get louder and louder as the cavern starts to fill once more with light.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Ghosts of Grayhill. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use to listen. It's easy, free, and helps others hear about the show. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or come join the community in our official Discord. Incognito is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AE Herrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Dactyl is played by Susan Spenader, who you can find on Instagram @SuzLaluz. Shiny's Charizard is played by me, Ian Duncan, and you can find me @idunks on Twitter and Instagram. Our Dungeon Master is Jamie Lee-Bonés, and you can find her on Instagram and TikTok @JamieMFBones. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is published by Wizards of the Coast. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you for listening, and may you heal that which haunts you.
But you're going to begin to hear a chirping in the distance. Very light at first, but it begins to get louder and louder.
Ooh, I was gonna say it's a smoke alarm. Change the batteries in the smoke alarm.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Yeah, or the annoying ones are like beep, beep. the two beeps are like, oh wow, it's a fancy dead fire alarm. Great.